Hey there, it's that time again. Time for another European adventure. This is Daniel from Where's My Map? And welcome back. Yep, it's been only 2 months since our last overseas trip to Helsinki, the Baltic states, Warsaw and Krakow, Poland, and London. I covered that adventure in over 50 videos. They are all in a playlist that I'll link to below, so feel free to binge watch your heart out. But now we're back here once again at Orange County Airport in Southern California. So let me tell you about this upcoming trip. From here, we'll be flying up to San Francisco, where we will connect to a United Airlines overseas flight to Frankfurt, Germany. Then from Frankfurt, we'll continue on to Bucharest, the capital city of Romania. My first visit to this Eastern European country, which was until 1990 under communist control, under the iron rule of President Nicolae Ceausescu. We'll explore Bucharest with its fascinating old town, its Soviet-style architecture and monuments to national heroes, and some quirky artifacts of its communist past. Yes, in the good old days, you could take a walk in the park and check your weight. Even this modern-day park signage suggests that it's best to follow the rules. Have fun trying to guess what the symbols mean. While in Bucharest, we'll be joining an organized tour group, which will be providing a tour director, transportation, hotel accommodations, some meals and entertainment, and local guided tours throughout our visit to Romania. On a first-time visit to an unfamiliar place, an organized tour can make the experience easier, economical, and certainly more informative with the help of an expert tour director and local guides. To tell you what you're looking at. And you get free time to go out and explore on your own. I like having free time to wander the streets and trails, always armed with a couple of maps, of course. While in Bucharest, our local guide will take us to some of the must-see sites that include the opulent presidential palace, one of Nicolae Ceausescu's pet projects in the 1980s that now houses the Romanian parliament. We'll also visit Revolution Square, where Ceausescu gave his final pep talk to the Romanian people and discovered to his surprise that his dislikes greatly outnumbered his likes. And so it was goodbye, Nick. After a few days in Bucharest, we'll leave the big city to venture out into Romania's rugged and beautiful countryside. We'll cross the southern Carpathian Mountains, which range from rolling foothills to impressive peaks over 2,500 meters. And venture deep into the mysterious region of Transylvania, where we'll visit places like Sibiu, Alba Iulia, Targu Murez, Sighisoara, Brasov, and oh yeah, this guy's castle. By the way, spoiler alert, Transylvania is not that dark, scary place you thought it was. It's actually quite bright and cheery. I mean, they even have chocolate gelato. So in this supposedly dark and foreboding region, we'll explore nature parks, out-of-the-way castles, fortresses, and fortified churches, and make plenty of time to hit a few hiking trails. Romania is known for its beautiful painted monasteries situated in areas of great natural beauty, and we'll visit Cozio, where well-preserved frescoes date from the 1300s. Any visit to Romania will often begin and end in its capital city, Bucharest. But for me, the smaller towns in Romania's interior hold the country's charm. Like Sibiu, for instance, which dates back to the 12th century, with its well-preserved old town, beautiful Orthodox church, and medieval city wall. And Alba Iulia, dating from Roman times, became the capital of Transylvania during the Middle Ages. Driving between these towns gives us a glimpse into Romanian country life. The town of Sighișoara has earned a place as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, as it has preserved in an exemplary way the features of a small medieval fortified town. For centuries, Sighișoara has served as a center for craftsmen, merchants, and artisans. Although touristy, the town is genuine. People live and work here. And it's a fascinating adventure just to walk the cobblestone streets and along its walled fortifications and take in the medieval richness of this place. Târgu Mureș is an important market town dating from the 1300s, and like the other towns, had many different identities and occupiers through the ages. We don't see much of an old town here. The communist government took care of that in the 1960s. But it's got the Palace of Culture, which is built in the Art Nouveau style. And in the nearby Teleki Library, there's an original Ortelius map of Transylvania on display. My geographer friends will appreciate that. Crossing the mighty Carpathian Mountains again to our next destination. Piatra Neamț was settled in the 1300s, although human occupation in the area is traced back thousands of years. There's a charming, compact old town. The Romanian Orthodox Church and nearby tower are well-preserved examples of late 15th century Moldavian religious architecture. In the newer part of Piatra Neamț, near the train station, you can purchase your ticket for the cable car for a scenic ride to the top of Kosla Mountain. Once you reach the top, there's amazing views of the valley. And there's a couple of ski lifts, but otherwise there's not a whole lot to see or do. Unless you've carried up your mountain bike for a thrilling ride down. But for me, the ride up is itself the destination. Certainly one of the most beautiful and highly visited places in Romania is Brașov, a well-preserved medieval gem of a town situated in a valley flanked by the greenest of green forest land. As a tourism destination, Brașov seems to have it all. A lively town square with amazing architecture, including the centerpiece town hall. An impressive Gothic church built by the local Transylvanian Saxon community in the late 14th century. And plenty of medieval gates, walls, fortifications, and towers to explore. And even a landmark mountaintop sign that you can enjoy from below or hike up through the forest to get a closer look. Look at this countryside. I told you Transylvania was a bright, cheery place. Nice landscaping here as we walk up the hill to Bran Castle. You know, the supposed hangout of Vlad the Impaler, otherwise known as, well, you know who. Yeah, well, when you come to Romania, you really are expected to go inside Bran Castle. But for me, it's way too crowded. So I'll make my retreat back to the outdoors to get some breathing room. And to check out the nearby street market. More awesome scenery as we once again cross the Southern Carpathian Mountains. And one last stop before we head back to Bucharest. Peles Castle, the former home of the Romanian royal family. Hey, as I stand outside my hotel in Bucharest, waiting for my Uber driver to whisk me off to the airport, now is a good time for me to invite you to join me on this Romanian adventure. Romania is a fascinating, beautiful country, largely unknown and untraveled by at least American tourists. That's likely to change in the near future as the word gets out on how interesting, safe, and affordable this country is for travelers around the world to visit. Here's a link to the Romanian Adventure playlist. I'll see you over there.